this is 6 Minutes English. I'm Neil.
And I'm Sam.
Sam, have you considered the future of food much?
Well, I think in the future I might have a sandwich in about 30 minutes in the future.
Not quite what I meant. With the population of the world increasing along with the negative effects of climate change and other global issues, we might have to radically change our diets in the future.
Yes, I have heard about this. There are also stuff developing from growing artificial meat to developing insect-based foods.
Tasty. Well, we'll look a little more at this topic shortly, but we start as ever with a question, and it's a food-based question. In which continent did tomatoes originate? Is it A, South America, B, Africa, or C, Asia? What do you think, Sam?
No idea. I'm going to say Africa, but that's just a guess.
Okay, well, I will review the answer later in the program. On the recent edition of BBC Radio 4's The Food Program, there was an interview with Dr. Morgan Gay. She's a futurologist. A futurologist is someone who studies and predicts the world we'll be living in the future. Her particular area of expertise is the subject of food. What two things does she say she thinks about?
As a food futurologist, I think about not just what we will be eating in the future, but why. Why that thing, why that trend, why will people suddenly turn to that food, that way of eating that food at that particular time. When I work for large companies, that what they want to know, there is an element of a hunt, and then proving or disproving the hunt.
So what two things does she think about?
She says that as a food futurologist, she thinks about what we'll be living in the future and also why we'll be eating that food.
Yes, in particular, she will say why that particular trend. A trend is what is popular now or what is becoming popular. For example, at the moment, there's a trend for eating less red meat.
She also looks at why people turn to particular trends, to turn to hear mean to be very interested in something. So if you turn to particular food trends, you start to follow that trend, you might start eating that particular diet.
Information about future food trends is very important for companies in the food business. How does she actually predict these trends?
She says she starts with a hunch. A hunch is a feeling you get something is true. You don't have any real evidence, but your experience and knowledge make you think it might be right.
Let's listen again.
As a food futurologist, I think about not just what we will be eating in the future, but why. Why that thing, why that trend, why will people suddenly turn to that food, that way of eating that food at that particular time. When I work for large companies, that what they want to know, there is an element of a hunt, and then proving or disproving the hunt.
Dr. Gay goes on to talk about how on the subject of food, there are restrictions. Why is that?
Food business, of course, has different restrictions around it because it's about safety. We are ingesting that the supply chain and labeling norms are very stringent, especially in this country, so it takes a lot longer to get an idea from just a concept that's discussed around table to an actual production facility, labeled, product, tasting, marketing, and product shelves.
So why restrictions?
Well, it's about safety because we're ingesting food, which is a way of saying we are putting it in our body, so it has to be safe.
It can be a long process of developing a new food and getting it into the shops because of the need to be safe and meet the laws of different countries. In the UK, she mentioned that the food safety laws are very changing. This means that the laws are very tough, very strict. Let's hold Dr. Gay again.
Food business, of course, has different restrictions around it because it's about safety. We are ingesting that the supply chain and labeling norms are very stringent, especially in this country, so it takes a lot longer to get an idea from just a concept that's discussed around table to an actual production facility, labeled, product, tasting, marketing, and product shelves.
Right, well, before we review our vocabulary, let's get the answer to the question. In which continent did tomatoes originate? Is it A, South America, B, Africa, C, Asia? Sam, what did you say?
I better guess at Africa.
Well, I'm afraid that's not right.
Yeah.
Congratulations though to everyone who said South America. Right, let's recap our words and expressions.
Okay, well, we started with the word futurologist. This is a noun to describe someone who studies and predicts the way we'll be living in the future.
Then we had trends. This word can describe what is popular now and the way in which what is popular is changing. For example, now we are seeing a trend for eating less red meat in some parts of the world.
If you like trying to something, you become interested in it and associate yourself with it. We heard that people very quickly like trying to put trust.
The that was hunch. A hunch is a feeling about something you think might be true, even though you don't have real evidence for it. Ingesting something means taking it into your body, so eating or drinking it.
And finally, a strict rule. A tough rule which in collection to food is designed to make sure it is safe and of a suitable quality.
Okay, thank you Sam. That's all from 6 Minutes English. Goodbye.
Bye.